Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 21. And today we're going to be starting round 5 of our Red Bull Rookies Cup right here in the Red Bull Ring of Austria for the Austrian GP. So guys and gals, you know the score. We start from the back of the grid and we only use power setting 1, and away we go. Bear in mind, Red Bull Ring of Austria is a very horsepower friendly track, and we do not have that with power setting 1. We've got 4 laps to start from the back of the grid and get as many championship points as possible as we got very aggressive into the right hand side. The goodness me, Plonk's got launched into oblivion into the very early stages of this Grand Prix. No idea what should happen there. I launched up on the inside of a couple of riders myself from 27th to 19th in just one corner. We now got to turn 3. Can we pick off another couple of riders? We've got Linetta ahead of us and Vieira as we try and dive up even more riders, giving him more of a shove. That is aggressive stuff from the man who is currently second place in the World Championship standings, and that is exactly why I am being so aggressive right now. David Munoz is leading the way up into the first position, the number 64, and his brother is right behind him, the number 7. So they're working in tandem, working together to try and hold us at bay. But getting onto the right-hand side, pushing the number 23 out of the way. It was actually Alex Milan, the winner in Jerez, of course, and we're going to try and hopefully get some more ground. We need the slipstream. We cannot lose the slipstream when we get to turn 1 and beyond. We have to stay with them as much as we possibly can here. Going back to when we raced in the actual MotoGP round with the Aprilia against Johan Zarco, we struggled with the same thing. We didn't have the main straight line speed, so we had to be so crucial in this sector of the track, and that is exactly what I aim to do in today's Grand Prix. But onto the right hand side, around the outside of Scott Ogden. That was a brave and bold move up on the inside, or around the outside of a rider who is now in Moto 3. Around the outside once more, ahead of the number 9. I think we managed to make it through. Up on the inside of Freddie Heinrich. We're still alongside him with David Alonso just ahead of us, of course, the Colombian, as we'll try and outbrake Heinrich onto the right-hand side. Heinrich's still there, but I'm going to try and chuck it up on the inside of the number 80, pushing Alonso wide. I know I'm getting aggressive, but I've really got to do this because I cannot afford to lose the toe. Look at the difference. Power setting 1 really loses it on the straights here. We've got to keep it, and I don't think I ever was successful here in Moto 3 when we did it with power setting 1. So around the outside of Firoli then, can we get it stopped? We can, I think. Bit of a argy-bargy there with the Italian. Rubbing is racing, of course, elbows to elbows with the Italian, and now we're still in pursuit. Good to see Ortola's up there and sort of splitting up the two Munoz brothers, because without that I really don't think I'll be able to stop them. But I am a little bit concerned with the number 64. The man who's leading the championship by 11 points is ahead of us, and he is leading this Grand Prix. We are making great ground. We're moving up at the inside of everyone we possibly can, and we now have Morero ahead of us, who really ruined our Mugello Grand Prix. Without him bumping us into the left-hand side, going into Poggio Secco, I think we would have been alright. Excuse me, into Pelagio, I do believe it was, for the left-hander. We would have been in a much better situation, and we wouldn't be trailing by 11 championship points. So each lap we have done even better. This lap we are down to just 4th place. What a turnaround from the last part of the grid up into 4th position. We could potentially get 3rd by the time we get across the line, depending if we go for the move on the championship leader's brother. But onto the right hand side, giving him a bit of a shove there, right into the elbow, right into the shoulder of Munoz there. I don't think he'll be happy about that whatsoever. But across the line, we are the fastest man on track. Originally it was David Munoz, and secondly beaten by his championship protagonist, or at least his antagonist in his perspective, as we run it a little bit too deep into turn 1. That's our 3rd track limit warning. Calls for concern, maybe, for the number 47. We're going to have to be really critical from now on. We cannot afford to make any more mistakes and potentially do the long lap penalty, because that could potentially mean championship over. And I know what you're thinking, that's rather dramatic, but it is, because the next round, which is the penultimate round, is the Red Bull Ring of Austria, and the final round being in Aragon. And you know how long that straight is. We need to make sure we're in the slipstream or we get to the front. And speaking of getting to the front, let's make a move on Ivan Ortola and start positioning ourselves in a good spot to get past and get through and get up to David Munoz. Onto the right hand side, just a quick look on the right hand side rather, just to make sure Ortola wasn't going to launch any crazy lunge up on the inside. I've seen it many times before, but Ivan is behind us, David ahead of us. We now need to put on the screws on Munoz to the left-hand side. Look how much time we gained there. 0.8 of a second we are quicker than the previous lap, and we're going to go the inside. David Munoz, we've beaten him in 3 laps. 27th to 1st. We are leading this Grand Prix, but I don't know how long it'll be. 1/10 of a second is the gap as we go onto the right-hand side for turn 9. Turn 10 is approaching for the final corner here on the penultimate lap. We have tackled this beautifully. However, I'm not resting on my laurels just yet. We've got to see where we're going to be on the rise from turn 1 up to turn 3. Fast lap of the race so far, Kushti, a 1:39.343 for the man on your screens right now. The man who is currently 2nd place in the World Championship. This will still put us in 2nd, but it will reduce the gap down to 6 points. Right, straight it is. 0.5 of a second is the gap. 0.4 of a second. 3.5. 0.3 of a second. 2.5. Come on, just hang in there a little bit longer, and I think we're good. 0.3 of a second, braking extremely late. I couldn't have braked any later than that, otherwise I would have been further into the hills of Austria. But for now, we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty good here in Spielberg, and I think we might have the job done. Again, still losing time on the straight here. The gap was down to 1.5 there, but we are so good on the brakes, actually running it wide there. Let's not get too excited. A quick peek behind us just to make sure Munoz isn't going to launch a lunge, because I know they fancy it on this left-hander here. They always do. If they're not close enough, we should be good. Turn 6, the gap is 1/10. Oh, this is not over by a long shot, ladies and gentlemen. We'll continue to fight. We'll continue to hold him back. I'm trying to do a defensive line now just to make sure he doesn't try a would-be lunge, but I think we've got the job done. What a motorcycle race, guys and gals. This has been intense, but we have clearly been the best rider on the track right now. 27th to 1st in just 3 laps, and then of course a very calm, well maybe not calm, but a collected ride in the final lap. What a victory this is going to be. Finally back on the top step of the podium. I tried a wheelie there, but unfortunately I couldn't get the bike up, but that doesn't matter because we are victors once more. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that one. My goodness, what a battle. That was awesome. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit that subscribe button because there's a lot more content to come just like this one. But guys, let's take a look at the championship standings and let's get an understanding of where we are now. So as expected, we got the job done. We beat Munoz and we have now reduced the gap to just 6 points. Ivan Ortolo is on the cusp of being moved out of the championship picture. He's got to win in the next Grand Prix, otherwise it's not going to happen for the young Spaniard. But for now, let's go to Parc Fermé, let's go to the podium and celebrate this one, because we are the victors of Spielberg. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed that one. I absolutely loved it. The race was awesome. The commentary I very much enjoyed as well as always. But guys, thank you for watching. I really hope you did enjoy that, honestly, I really do. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite sate your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.